Hey, hi guys. We're just really excited today because we get to interview our mentors in this business, which is it's a great change and surprise because Al used to be Crystal's mentor. So we just want to introduce you to our mentors, Crystal and Mike, in this business. And we just want to say that basically what happened is we've known them for, I think it's over 16 years. And Al got a text from Crystal saying, he was saying, how you doing? And she was like, great. So this was after they had stopped working together. And so then from there, we just wanted to find out more about what they were doing. And that's how basically how it started on our end. So Crystal and Mike, why don't you tell us, just give us a little intro about yourselves and how you found this business that we all find ourselves in now. And yeah, just go ahead.
You go ahead.
Okay, so as she said, we're Michael and Crystal. We're actually in Calgary, Alberta. And so we've been doing this for just over 2 years now. Before that, I was in the corporate world, actually working with Al for almost 15 years. And he was actually my boss. He hired me. Jen was actually the admin. And so I've known them, I think it's over 17 years now.
Oh, is it now? Okay.
So
wow.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So Al's always someone that I've looked up to. He was a huge mentor in my whole entire career. So it's just really exciting to be able to still be able to work together.
Yeah, that is exciting.
It is.
Fun, yeah.
It's awesome. And how things have turned, hey? The tables have turned.
Exactly.
Yes, the teacher becomes the student.
Ah, yes. Very wise. Very wise.
Okay.
Always learning.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let Al interview you guys because we tend to just cut into each other. And so we'll just let him go ahead and ask you guys a few questions. And yeah, you want to go ahead, honey?
Yeah, I guess my number one question to you, Crystal, is
we should tell people actually. You know what? Well, we should just tell people. We're just wanting to just like share with everybody. We're so excited to share with everybody. So we wanted to interview you guys because you guys are just doing phenomenal and our team is doing phenomenal. And we're just wanting to share that excitement. So that's the whole point of why we're interviewing you guys. And I mean, it just makes it a lot of fun. Our relationship makes it more fun.
Of course.
So sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Okay. My turn. Okay. So Crystal, in this business, you were really skeptical. What changed for you? Like, what was the thing? Because I know even myself, I was kind of skeptical as well. So if you can just kind of elaborate on what kind of changed things. Thanks. Good.
So I would say, so I was super skeptical. Michael found this, and when we found this, things weren't going super well financially for us. We were losing almost $2,000 every single month. So we were struggling. We were wondering, like, do we have to sell our house? What do we need to do to kind of stay afloat? And we actually started an online store. And so that was going really well. But our item we were selling was seasonal. So we just knew that wasn't going to work. And we'd have to stay ahead of the trends, and just working, having my other job and having 4 kids at home. That wasn't the lifestyle we wanted. We wanted people to travel. And if we're traveling, I can't be at home to ship stuff to people. So that's when we started looking. And Michael found this, and took him about 2 months to convince me to look at it. I was not interested. First of all, I found it online. So I'm like, that's sketchy. And then I was just not interested. I was like, I don't want to spend any more money on anything else. We can't afford it. And he was just like, just check it out. It's refundable. If we don't want to do it, we have 30 days to check it out. So I finally agreed. And once we jumped in and we paid and we watched the coaching videos, just seeing how this business works, how it's laid out, and how much money you can actually make, I was sold 100%. And that is new. That's the day I knew that this was going to work for us. And so it was just from that point to having the courage to actually call you, Al, to say that I was moving on from what I was doing, was when things changed. I knew right away from that day we were going to do this.
Wow.
And that's the day you left the company that I work with. So that's okay. That's okay. I am not offended. It's great. I'm really happy for you guys, and I'm really looking forward to the future, and now being a student and having be a part of what you guys are a part of as well, which is really exciting for us. So we're really looking forward to that.
Well, and then the awesome backstory there is that So Michael and I had talked. I mean, we used to get to talk because you guys were always working. So we used to get to talk, and we were talking, him and I were talking about finding something, like, probably because we both wanted to get you away from what you were doing because it was so stressful and there was so much work. So anyway, then it was really funny that Michael found it, right? Because him and I were searching. I was searching too, and we had done other things too, except it was mostly me because Al was busy. And so I was like, I tried a bunch of other stuff too because I was searching. And Michael and I had that thing where we were saying, hey, if you find something, say something. But, that was like roughly about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And then, you just lose track of stuff. And I, like, I didn't even think about it again. And then when Al said Crystal's doing great, I was like, what are they doing? Right. And then when you said that Mike found it, I was like, Mike, what happened? You were supposed to tell me. We had a deal. Okay, so carry on.
Well, obviously now we know about what you guys are doing and why you left the business that you were in. And so, okay, so then that's great. And so it sounds like you did other businesses. You did like this online, you had inventory, and that sounds like it actually ended up being more of a negative than a positive. But this, what we're doing and what you're doing now is totally the opposite.
Yeah. You don't need an inventory at all. It's just everything's online. So that's what we love, is that you can take it wherever you go.
Exactly.
So I've worked, my son plays lacrosse. He's super busy with lacrosse and basketball. So it doesn't matter if I'm watching him play at a practice or driving to school, carpool, or if we're honestly at the beach. The business just runs. And if I need to work, I can pull up my phone and answer some questions. So that's what I love. I don't have to be at home shipping inventory to someone.
Okay.
Right.
And being in the business that you're in now, what motivates you the most? Like, what would you say is the prime motivator for you?
Of anything you've ever done.
Of everything that you've ever done. Yeah, because it's obviously you're motivated. You're super motivated. I know that I've worked with you a long time. So what would be the thing that motivates you the most now in what you're doing?
I'll answer that one. I think the way that I see it is the earning potential. Like a traditional job, obviously, you go and you work a certain number of hours a week, you have a salary, you have an hourly wage or whatever it may be. The top is, you can't really go very far from there. Maybe you'll get more wage yearly or something like that. But with this, owning your own business, having the internet, the entire internet as a client base,
Right.
exactly. The sky's the limit, and the earning potential is absolutely massive. Right. So I think that motivates us to
and
just
also, I would say also the time investment as well. Like having my own business before, what we were doing, I was working a lot of hours. You're working day and night. You're always on call, working 7 days a week. But with this, the amount of time you have to invest for the amount of money that you're making, it's just crazy.
Okay, so which I guess that would be answering my next question, which is how much time do you think you put in on a weekly basis now? Like I know what it took before and what it takes to make $100,000 a year. Like working a job, working a career, working in the corporate world, you got to put in more than your 40 hours a week. So what would you say you're putting in now to earn? I'm not sure what you're earning now. Obviously, that's impolite to ask, but
oh my god,
just got it. Well, I'm just saying.
I can't believe you brought.
No, that's okay. So when we started, just honestly to start the business, it's anywhere between like 5 to 10 hours a week. And so now some weeks are 40 hours, some weeks are a lot less.
Well,
some are more.
We've got almost 100 people that we coach and mentor now.
Yeah, worldwide. So
that's awesome.
That definitely takes more time, but I would have to say it's still less time than a typical job.
Yeah, I would.
Totally.
Maybe the 40 hours. It's hard to say because it's whenever we want.
Well, that's right. So you can build it around your schedule, which you cannot do with a job. You definitely can't do that in corporate world for sure. So honestly, why don't you ask the next question?
Well, because I just wanted to say that I guess that would be the thing that would motivate you the most is the fact that you actually control your own. You control the income based on your work. The work that you're doing actually influences and has an direct impact on your income. So that's fantastic. Right. All right. And okay, so this is one thing that I definitely want to ask is, I guess depending on how many hours you're putting in the business, would you say that you could have another job? Like, would you be able to do another job and do this business at the same time? Like, is there any conflictions with that, or is it?
So when we started, I was working full time, he was working full time, and we actually started in lacrosse season. So it's kind of like the hockey season. We're literally going 4 to 7 days a week. So all of our nights were taken. I'm working the day, he's working the day, and we have 4 kids. And we were still able to set up our business. And if it only is the 5 to 10 hours in the beginning, you can choose when that is. It doesn't have to be a certain amount every day. So it was more weekends that we would spend a lot of the time to get the business set up and going. So 100%, we have so many nurses who are working 16-hour shifts and like 6 nights in a row, and they're set up and they're running. So that's the beauty of it. It's when you want to do it.
But obviously you left the company that I worked with, the original company, because you felt like you could, because you didn't really need to do both. You were able to just go, that's, you know what, let me just focus on this. I can leave the other and move forward.
And for me, it was, we have 4 kids at home. I've missed out on so many, like 11 years of their life, like working full time. Someone else was raising our kids. And I was just at the point where our kids were, our youngest were almost in kindergarten. I just didn't want to lose another day. I just needed to be able to have their last year at home with them, to be able to spend the time with them. And so that's why for me, a lot of people don't quit their job right away. For me, I wanted to, just because I wanted to be able to have that time with my kids.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So next question.
All right. So we have to ask, because there's going to be a lot of people watching this interview and asking the question, should or shouldn't they be doing the business? Like, who shouldn't be doing this business? Who really shouldn't be doing this business?
Who's not good? Who wouldn't be good for it?
Yeah.
Who doesn't it suit?
Here's the thing. Anybody can actually do this business, because the way that we have it set up, it's very straightforward. We provide step-by-step training. If you're not tech savvy or computer savvy, it really is step-by-step. You guys can follow along. It's super simple. Who should be doing it is somebody that's not motivated enough to do it. Anybody can do it. It's whether you're motivated enough to do it or not. You know, we work with people that come in and they're, you know, super gung-ho and they're ready to rock, and they don't know anything about computers or the online space at all, and they're rocking this world. And it's because they want to, you know, succeed, and they want to push forward and do something better in their lives.
But if you can't actually follow the training, if you don't have enough motivation to just watch a video and copy the step, you're not going to get anywhere, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just have to have that motivation. Like, you have to want it enough, and then you'll be successful. Like, we have people we're working with, there are people as young as 18 doing this. We have great grandmas who are just, they've sold their house, they're living in Mexico full time. We've met her. And so any age range, anywhere in the world, this can happen. You just have to want it.
That's it. Yeah, that's actually really the good one. Yeah. And then, so what about that one, number 5? You missed
Why
it.
don't you go ahead and ask the
Okay,
question?
so I will ask. Okay, so would you say for this job, you guys had certain goals that you could see after you did it for a while, but would you say that a person could do this for only a little bit of extra income, or it could totally replace their income, or how would you explain that?
Yeah, I think that depends on everybody's, you know, kind of position that they're at in life, right? We have people, like Crystal said, that are nurses that are working. They're doing it, you know, just to have a side income. That's all they want, is a side income. If you want to push further and actually make a full income doing this work, that you can actually do that.
Right, that's awesome.
Crystal has actually replaced her entire income that she was earning before, and then some.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah, it's really fun to see you guys like doing different things in the business, and seeing when you guys are like getting like you're kind of promoted and getting kind of like, you know, where you guys are just, everyone's just really celebrating your success. That's awesome. That is really a lot of fun to watch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to ask the next question. All right. So obviously you work with hundreds of people. Why did you think that it would be good for us? Like, what, like, I know that you know my work ethic, and you know that I'm a pretty motivated guy, and my wife
You're not
is
supposed to
Jen.
answer the question.
No, I know, but No, but why would you
You know
think
I'm pretty great.
Yeah, you know I'm, you know my
But why?
qualities, but why did you think that would be good for us?
So
Seeing,
yeah, I've wanted to reach out to you guys since the beginning, but it was like a respect thing. Like you obviously you are and were super successful at what you were doing. And I didn't want to be like, look what I found. And so I just kind of wanted to respect that and not say anything. In the beginning, we actually kept it pretty quiet. We barely told anybody, just our immediate family and one friend. We kept it really quiet. And I just kept saying over and over, I just felt like I needed to reach out to you guys. Like I just wanted to tell you guys, I didn't want to offend you and just be like, look what I found. I didn't want to be like, I found this amazing thing, but it's the lifestyle change. And obviously you guys having a little one at home and just seeing the difference in my life now from before and after, and just being at home with my kids and just how the lifestyle changed. I just knew like everyone deserves that. And we just have so much love for your guys' family.
You were very right. We needed it because it's so much, and you don't know, you don't understand it until you have kids. And then once you have them, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss a second.
Yeah. I think it got to the point we had our biggest month. Things just kept getting better and better every single month. And just like, obviously I was talking to Al off and on, and just one day I was just like, I have to tell him what we're doing. I just have to kind of put it out there just so he knows. And because I wanted that lifestyle for you guys. Like we have so much love for your family, and we just want to share this with everyone. Like this is how life should be.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Schedule. And we just want to share that with everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
well,
We appreciate it.
100%, especially with this whole COVID thing. I got to say, like, obviously, it's not really anyway, I'm not going to get into that, but you've won a ton of awards. You're pretty famous in the business now. What would you say your goals are now?
You guys are
that you've
famous. You are.
Now that you've achieved all these things and you've got all these people that you're coaching, mentoring, what would you say your goals are now?
It's kind of what we kind of just said. Like we want to help everyone. Like this is how life should be. Everyone should get to be able to play with their kids or travel. Like last year, we went on 12 trips as a family, or not even as a family. Sorry, we went on some without the kids. We need some time away. But we've had dreams to be able to go to Disneyland as an entire family. It's very expensive, obviously, to do something like that, or do Mexico all inclusive. And we did both. We went to Mexico and Disneyland last year. We went on 12 trips. And so just being able to experience what we experienced, we want to be able to share that with everyone. Anyone who's dreamed of doing these things as a family, we want to be able to help them and show them how they can do that as well.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's awesome.
Right. Hey, and what is the coolest thing you've got to do since you started in this business?
Say your card.
On which?
The Porsche.
Yeah, we went to Vegas on one of our trips.
We've gone twice, but
We've gone twice. We went twice. Was it last year?
last year, the year before, yeah.
Yeah, it's been busy. Like we've traveled a lot. But my favorite car is a Porsche, and I got to take a Porsche out on one of the racing tracks there in Vegas.
Wow. Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
Dream come true.
Yeah, it's going to be something that I buy one of these days.
Amazing.
For sure. It'll be my midlife crisis. Have to do.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a good midlife crisis to have.
It's just going on the trips. Like we went to the States. We did this big 12-day road trip. We came back for a few days, went actually back down to the States. We have this place at this resort we go to. So just being able to, we went away for 5 weeks of the summer. And then we dropped the kids off at my dad. We went to Vegas. And then a few weeks later, we went to Disneyland. And then a few months later, we went to Mexico. So just being in complete control of our schedule. And all you need is your phone. Like you just bring your phone with you, just check in whenever you want. And that's just what's so amazing about this.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Really great.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, do you?
No, I don't. But I really do appreciate your time, Crystal and Mike, and it's been great. And
yeah, really, that was awesome, guys, because it's just like we wanted to do this also too as a kind of a way to thank you, because Like, not everybody is thinking about other people and hoping that they're going to succeed in something. You know what I mean? So that is something that's really, really special to us, and we really appreciate it. And then, yeah, so is that it?
And if anybody, and for all you guys watching right now, we just want to thank you for your time. We appreciate you taking the time to hear and find out about our mentors. And if you want to find out any more info, click the link below and you'll find out all about it. Thanks so much.
Okay, guys, have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.